Hey everybody, what is going on today? Welcome to the channel, man. Today we've got another one of the 101 series videos. This one's going to be Bunting 101. Bunting has changed this year in MLB The Show 21, man. So I'm going to walk you guys through how to actually be the most successful with bunts, kind of give you a few tips and show you how you can be a kind of a bunt master. We're not going to call it a cheese master, man, because we're not talking about bunt cheese. We're talking about actual bunting for a base hit with a bunting guy every once in a while, or trying to get those bunts in with your pitcher every so often to sacrifice a runner over. So you guys do me a favor, as always, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I did it the wrong way. Subscribe. Let's go ahead and get right in here. I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing with batting practice. We're in batting practice mode, and I'm talking about actually practice type batting practice, not team practice like we've done for the others. So if you go to batting practice, you can set up the type of pitch that they're actually going to throw to you and where. So that's what we're going to do for this video because it's a bunting video. Ideally, you're going to try to bunt a pitch that's around the middle of the plate. So that's what we're going to show you. First pitch of a bat maybe, or first strike. That's what you're kind of going to bunt. So we've got Jackie Robinson. I've got my Rockies here, German Marquez pitcher on the mound. And we just reset it by accident. There we go. All right, so here we are. And so with bunting this year, it's a little bit different, all right? It's going to be based a little bit on I'm going to tell you how I'm doing what I'm doing after I do it here for a little bit. So don't worry. But it's kind of going to be based upon your opponent's second baseman, their fielding attribute, as well as maybe the first baseman and pitcher. A little bit of combination of both, but mainly the second baseman. It's going to be based upon your attribute at the bunting position as well, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what that looks like and what to look for on your cards in just a moment. So let me go ahead and move the camera here right quick for you guys. There we go. All right, we got that camera moved over there a little bit. Sorry about that, it was in the way still. All right, so what we're going to do for bunting is we're going to make sure to tap the right joystick over to the right before the pitch is thrown. You can do it while he's in the windup or anything like that. And what that's doing is it's going to vibrate your controller, but it's going to tell the CPU that you're going to bunt the ball to the right side or to the left side. So it's going to go ahead and set that to be the tendency for you and for that bunt. All right. So when you're going to bunt it to the right side, the reason for that is when you bunt to second base towards the second baseman, not towards first base, but towards the second baseman, it's going to cause the second baseman to break for the ball. He's going to charge in. The first baseman, if it's close enough to him, which it typically is, he's going to think that he can feel the ball as well. So he's going to make a break for the ball also, which causes the pitcher to then cover first base. Now, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that most of your hitters, if they're bunters, probably a bit faster than most of your pitchers on the mound, okay? So your pitcher's not going to make it over to first base to cover in time. Now, as far as a speed threshold for the bunters, this year's a little bit different. Before, you could use about an 80 speed and up. I find that this year, if you use around, I would say about an 88 plus, I'd like a 90 plus in all honesty, but an 88 plus if you were really going to try. If you're trying to cheese, man, go 98, 99s, do your thing, whatever. But that's what I would recommend for guys like that. There's not a whole lot of those out there in the game right now. We do have the Kenny Lofton card that is currently available in the XP reward program for first inning program, but I recommend that one for it. That would be a great one. I also recommend left-handed hitters with this. Being on the left side of the plate, you are going to get, as you guys know, the right side of the plate is technically the left side of the plate. So the left side of the plate there, you guys are going to get about a half a step to a full step to first base quicker. All right, so if you got those guys that are fast, that have that good reaction time out of the box, then they're going to get to first base a little faster, and you'll be able to get those bunts down for sure. You could probably, with a lefty, drop to that 88 speed, like I was saying, and feel a little bit confident with them being able to get it down. All right, so here's what you're going to do. You tap it over to the right side, and you'll feel that vibration in the controller. I believe on the Xbox, it's the Y. I think it's the Y button. You guys tell me if I'm wrong in the comments, and I know you will. All right, but it's the triangle. It's the top button up here to bunt on PlayStation. I think it's the Y, but like I said, I'm not positive. All right, so that one right there, that's how you're actually going to bunt. That's the bunt button. So you're going to drag bunt, and that's why you're going to wait till the pitch is thrown before you press that button. If you press it before the pitch is thrown, you're going to square around like this. That's not what you want to do. You don't want to give away that you're going to bunt. You're trying to get a base hit right here, so definitely don't want to do that. We're popping up a few right here, sorry. But it's a little hard while you're talking through it too. but so you're going to, if you're on zone hitting, you want to take that PCI and move it, kind of keep it up in the zone a little bit, because you want to be able to get on top of the ball and put it in the ground enough. You don't want to pop them up, so make sure it's up in the zone a little bit. Move it to that right side and just try to bunt it towards that, like kind of aimed at second base. It's exactly what I'm doing. Aim it right at second base. It's going to take a while. That's why you need to go in here and get your timing down for how it, when to actually press the button. I can't really give you a specific tip for that. I've done it for years, so you've got to get a feel for it, and you'll get it very quickly. It's not something that's going to take a lot of time, so just get in there and do that. But if you're on directional hitting, and I believe as well as analog, it's not going to be any different than this. But with directional and analog, you don't have to do anything after you tap the right joystick over to the right side. So just tap it, and sorry, I missed that one. You're not going to have to actually do anything with the left joystick as far as the bunt itself. You could aim it down if you like, just to make sure. I didn't even tap the right joystick. That's why that happened right there. So if you don't tap the right joystick, it's a perfect time to tell you that. You will accidentally drop a sac bunt to third, and that's not what you want to do. So you're just going to hit the triangle or Y button, I believe, and get the bunt down that way. So bunting can be very effective, man. I'll show you guys how you can do just a little bunt in front of the plate. Try to drop one down right in front of the plate. Typically for a sac bunt right in front of the plate when you're just trying to move a runner over to bases, which can come in very handy this year in extra innings with the new extra inning rule when you've got a runner starting on second base to start each inning. Maybe you've got a bunter at the plate, somebody that can drop one down. Maybe you don't. You still just want to get him over to third base because you're more likely to get that run in. You could drop a little sac bunt down, man, and move him over to third base. All right, your pitcher's up at bat and you've got a runner on first base and you want to sac bunt him, I do recommend with that to steal second when you do it. Maybe don't bunt on the first pitch because the guy might be expecting it, but maybe wait a pitch and then try. But if you don't steal, they can turn the double play on you fairly easy. So just remember the pitcher's slow as hell. If you don't steal, they can throw it to second if they field it quick enough and get you out of your 20 speed or less. Pitcher out at first base. So be careful and aware of that while you're doing it. But these are just little sac bunts. I'm not even aiming the joystick for these. Now I just did for that one right there. And you'll get the sac bunts down sometimes going to the right direction as well. You can tap the stick for those. Like I just tapped it to the left here for this one. And he'll bunt it over to the left side. But unlike the bunt for a hit method, bunting to the left side is not going to be as effective because you're not going to have the players converging that are covering the base that you're trying to get to. So, that's only effective every once in a while. But in the game, ideally, it's effective to bunt towards second base, just like that. So, all right, you guys, let me show you real quick where you can look on the card for the attributes you're trying to look for. All right, so here's my squad right now that I've currently got for ranked. Yes, this is not too bad right now. So let's go ahead and look at a couple cards that you could use for bunting. In particular, we're going to look at this Jackie Robinson card right now. I currently have 60-31 on parallel 4 on this one, so pretty cool stuff. Look at his contact number. His contact number's really high. His vision's high. Those are kind of good numbers for the bunt style player that you'll notice the power will be typically a little bit lower. But right here in the middle of the screen where it says bunt, right above the parallel attribute boost active. Let me move the camera. I had it right in the way for you guys. Sorry about that. All right, so the contact there 97-100 and the vision 98. Now you can actually see it. The right above where it says parallel attribute boost active +4, you can see the bunt and debunt. The bunt right there is just going to be when you square around to put down a sacrifice bunt and you hold triangle or Y before you even hit, before the pitch is thrown. And that's why you're trying to get a sac bunt. Your debunt is going to be a drag bunt. That's when you're bunting for a hit. So that's when the pitch is thrown, and then you're dropping the bunt. You're dragging the bat towards the ball. So that's why that's a drag bunt number. You want those to be high enough, and I believe it's a 75, that when you tab over with your L1, R1, I believe it is here to the quirks, you want to look for this bunt master. You'll see this quirk in the bottom right here called Bunt Master. Excels at sacrifice bunting and drag bunting. That is huge. You've got to have that. If you don't have that with a guy, I don't recommend doing it. Don't be the guy that's got Cody Bellinger up and the ship's on and you're bunting over to the left side. I won't even do that, man. And I used to be the cheesiest bunter of all time, so I won't even do that. But and then the speed over here is going to be in your blue numbers over here on the right side. 84 speed, 69 steal, and 70 base running aggression. Now, like I said, ideally you want that 88 or higher. I believe the one Jackie Robinson card that we were using in there for the bunt was a little bit higher on speed, so it worked out. I think he was a 91, if I'm not mistaken. So that was probably a little bit different of a Jackie card. But ideally, that's what you want to do. Let's look at another one here. Here's D. Gordon, this gold D. Gordon for completing the Marlins, which is pretty cheap to do right now because they don't have diamond players. 96 speed on that one. He's got 99 bunt and 99 drag bunt. This is the perfect left-handed card to bunt with. So there's a couple of the cards that you guys can see and an explanation of how those actually work. So hopefully this video has helped you guys. And if you guys have any questions, please ask them in the comments. Bunting 101 is the third 101 video of the series. Check out the other two, man. It'll make your hitting life a lot easier. And there's Directional and Zone Hitting 101 both over there. And we'll have more to come. I've got lots more of these scheduled throughout the year. So you guys do me a favor, as always, and make sure to smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel and subscribe. And we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks. Peace.